Hey, what's up? My name is Chris Wylde. I am CEO of Realm of the Mist Entertainment, but this is a personal video being put onto a personal YouTube channel. Welcome to, I guess, the first video to It Had to Be Said, because quite honestly, I've reached a point where it's time to start speaking out on things that we don't normally talk about in, on, or around Realm of the Mist, which is a lot of trigger things for people. So trigger warning is in effect for anybody who may or may not, agree with points of views or disagree with points of views, because what's going to be said here, I'll put it to you very simply. This is not a safe space. This is not intended to be a safe space. This is not going to be a safe space. I'm going to tell you my point of view. You can either agree with me or disagree with me. You can leave your comments down below and tell me if you agree or disagree, or what you may have differently, or maybe even answer a question that I may ask. But all in all, this is intended for the fact that, quite honestly, a lot of shit's been bugging me as of late. I don't do political statements or studies. I am a conservative. Some people might call me right-wing. Although I do have liberal tendencies, I do lean left. I mean, my problem isn't so much, liberals and Democrats versus right-wings and conservatives. But my problem, especially with the shit I dealt with today, which I'm not going to go into detail because I'm not throwing anybody under the bus. I don't wish to throw anybody under the bus. Really, this first video is really going to be me ranting more than anything else, and just getting shit off my chest, because I'm extremely frustrated right now. Because two friends of mine right now, which, this has been going on throughout the country. So, I mean, it's a larger scale than what I'm presenting, but what I'm presenting is two people that I actually care about, just had a big blowout over political views, standpoints in certain things. I'm not going to get into details about what they were arguing about and who was on whose side, and what it mattered to one person and what it didn't matter to the other, what made feelings get hurt or what didn't. The problem is that I wound up in the middle of it, because of the fact of the nature of not only my friendship with both parties involved, but also to the fact that we all basically work together. And because of which it now makes for a possible hostile work environment, to the point that I was asked if I would accept if that person, one of the two parties involved, would no longer work with us, and I laid into that person. I really did, because I felt it was stupid, and I do feel it's stupid, plain and simple, because of the fact that, okay, you guys had a disagreement with each other, sharing 2 points of view over political issues, no matter how close to home they are to you. You had two differences of opinions being expressed. Quite honestly, from what I saw in the argument, it was being expressed respectfully by both parties. I'm not throwing one under the bus or saying one was wrong and one was right. I'm not going there. Okay, I'm being the objective neutral in this, but both parties were being very respectful to each other. But because one person didn't like what was said, not the way it was said, but the fact that it was said, period, and it conflicted with their point of view, they took heart to it. when did this world come around? This person is willing to throw away their friendship, willing to throw away their job, willing to throw away a lot of hard work and dedication that they have put into what they do because their feelings got hurt. Again, regardless of what their points of view are, the plain and simple fact is it was, in the end of the day, it was a disagreement. Okay? And because it was a disagreement, it's something that you should still be able, especially since it was presented so respectfully on both sides, you should be able to just agree to disagree, shake hands, and walk away from it. Shrug it off. And not have hurt feelings over. But this is the world we live in anymore. This is the world we live in where one party cannot express, whether it's Republicans or Democrats or black and white or gay or straight or, you know, feminist or men's rights or whatever the case may be. You cannot have a debate or discussion without somebody's feelings getting hurt. You can't share your opinion or point of view in this world without somebody being upset about something. When did we become so sensitive of a society? You know, I had this discussion before with a friend of mine about, you know, it was Generation X's fault because we were babies having babies and we refused to raise our children the way we were raised and stuff of that nature, and that bred the millennials, and the millennials became what we're dealing with today. It's kind of a simplified statement because I know there are some millennials that were actually raised right, and I know there was some Gen X people, myself included, who actually try to raise their children right. But so I'm oversimplifying it, but it really has become the privileged generation, the overly sensitive and overly, what's the word I'm looking for here? You've had it, basically you've had it too easy. And to the point that because you were never told no in your life, because you were never smacked for being disrespectful, because you were never truly punished. You never went without anything, you know, in this day and age. Anybody, I'm not picking on the millennials, I'm not picking on the Democrats, I'm not picking on anybody like that. It's in general, all around, across the board, the whole pie chart. Everybody nowadays is acting like a bunch of spoiled fucking brats when it comes to shit. Because they can't just suck it up. Oh, you hurt my feelings. Oh, you disagreed with me. You're wrong. You're a racist. You're a misogynist. Oh, you have a different point of view. You have a different political view. You have a different skin color. That makes you a wrong person. You live your life wrong. You choose wrong. Fuck you, okay? Plain and simple. Fuck you. When did we stop caring about what people do with their lives? Or when did we start caring, I should say? When did we stop not caring? What I do in my personal life is none of your fucking business. Who I voted for is none of your fucking business. You know, my points of view, whether right or wrong, are none of your fucking business unless I choose to present it to you. And as such, if I'm presenting it to you, as I am now, I'm presenting it not because I'm trying to force my point of view on you. I'm offering the chance to talk about it. I want to hear your point of view. I want you to hear my point of view. Maybe we could find a common ground. Maybe we could find a common compromise. Maybe there's a way of healing things between people because of the fact that we can have honest and open communication. But the problem is open communication has become either you agree with me or you're a fucking bigot. You agree with me or you're a fucking sexist. You agree with me or you're wrong in some way, shape, or form, whatever the case may be. It's stupid. It's childish, selfish. That was the word I was looking for. It was the me generation earlier. Sorry, sidetracked it a little bit, but. Getting back on the point at hand is that this world, I don't care who you voted for. I don't care what color your skin is. I don't care what genitalia you have in your cargo shorts or dress or whatever the case may be. I don't care about any of that. I don't. I don't care about it, and I don't care about the politics that come with it. I care about human beings. I'm a person, even though I identify as a conservative, because I agree with majority of the conservative, not all, but majority of the conservative points of view. That being said, I myself am a person who judges people not on their gender, not on their political views, not on their skin color or sexuality preferences or any other little triggering fucking parentheses side note they want to be known as. I judge people on their character. You treat me like a cool person, I treat you like a cool person. You treat me like a dick, I'm going to treat you like a dick. It's that simple. I don't generalize everybody. Just because I had an argument with one asshole does not make everybody who's like that person an asshole. It's that simple. Okay? And I don't know. It's just, I felt the need to say. I want to know what you guys think. I mean, am I the only one getting sick and tired of people being overly sensitive that we can't have honest and even at times blunt conversations with each other without it turning into a complete trigger fest where everybody wants to argue with everybody about every goddamn thing under the sun, and if you don't say something I like, I'm going to call you every name under the sun, and I'm going to hurt some feelings, or you're going to hurt some feelings, and not only is a friendship destroyed if there was a friendship there to begin with, but then there's also repercussions of other people sticking their nose into the conversation who want to play their 2 cents like their opinions matter, and just blow everything out of proportion where it becomes a mountain instead of a molehill. And it needs to stop. Society, I'm making this video as a plea to both sides, to Republican and Democrat, to black and to white, to immigrants and to non-immigrants, to LGBTQ and non-LGBTQ, to whoever is listening. I'm making a plea to you. Stop. Just stop. Okay? You're not helping anything with this type of mindset. All you're doing is making shit worse and unable to be resolved. Okay? I shouldn't have to say this. We are all, for the most part, grown adults, or at least should know the difference between right and wrong. And if you're not old enough to know the difference between right and wrong, what the fuck are you doing on YouTube to begin with? Okay? The difference between right and wrong in this type of situation is simply learn to listen and accept people for their differences. Because once you accept it, maybe you can learn from it. You don't have to agree with it, but maybe you can learn from it. And thus, not only are you growing the relationship you have with this person, but you're growing yourself. I'm Chris Wylde. Thanks for listening. If you liked what I posted and you want to see more, hit subscribe, leave a comment down below. I'm pretty sure this is not going to be the only video I make, but it had to be said. Thank you.